Hello, and today we're in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 2. The wrath of a king is like the roaring of a lion. Whoever provokes him to anger sins against his own life. The king could also refer not just to leader of a country, could refer to your boss, could refer to the head of your household, could refer to anybody who's in authority over you. And here's the thing. It says here, the wrath of the king is like a roaring lion. We know when someone's upset, anybody who's upset is, but someone who has the power over your life, somebody in authority over you, has power over your life. When they get mad, they can make your life miserable. So what to say? Whoever provokes them to anger. And here's the thing. Sometimes they're going to get angry just because they get angry. Humans, it happens to humans. But what we understand here is say provokes mean you did something intentionally on purpose to poke the bear. God is saying right here, don't poke the bear. Use your brain. Okay, you know that wrath is a human emotion and it can happen there. And when you do that, you sin against your own life. Meaning, whatever cut if you provoke them. Now, here's another thing. See, if the king gets mad at you for no reason, that's what God's saying here. God is saying when you provoke him, when you intentionally do something to provoke the one in authority over you, then you get what you get. And don't come crying to God and saying, "Oh God, what's going on?" No, God says, "Why did you provoke him?" If your king, if the person is authority, let's give an example of your boss having a bad day, okay? What you should do is go comfort your boss, even if you don't like your boss. What you shouldn't do is then go talk to your fellow workers and say, "Man, I'm glad that he's having a bad." That's provoking him, and you wonder why things are going to go on. Because here's the thing: when you say something to somebody, well, I said to them in confidence. You know, that is probably the dumbest saying we have in the world. I said that to somebody in confidence. Unless you really know that person, how do you know anything's going to be in confidence? How do you know? If you have to say the words, hey, keep this in confidence, you probably shouldn't say the words in the first place. Because humans just cannot control themselves. And especially if you do it among work friends or friends. I mean, you do it like here, like in my office. Hey, things that happen in my office, they're confidential. Okay? They're absolutely confidential, with one exception. If you take what's in the office and you go out and start blabbing to everybody else, what I said, I'm allowed to respond. Other than that, everything stays in confidence. I will not share what you say in here, but that's my job. You go to a therapist, that's their job. But in the real world, when you talk to friends or you talk to coworkers, you talk to strangers, hey, let me tell you this in confidence. You're wasting your breath saying those words. And if you have to say, keep this in confidence, you probably shouldn't say what you were going to say in the first place. So, and don't provoke someone who has the power over your life. Now, you might say, well, it's not my boss, it's not my pastor, it's not the president. It could be a good friend who has influence. It could be some, don't, people are going to get mad. It's going to happen. And when they get mad, our job is to be there and say, hey, how can we help you? But don't provoke them. Don't make them mad on purpose. Don't push the envelope too far to see what will happen, because God says you get what you deserve. And remember, sometimes how we provoke him is like, well, I didn't mean to provoke him. That person was never supposed to hear what I said about him or her. Here's the deal. If what you have to say about someone could be taken by someone in a hurtful way, don't say it. That's a really good rule of life to live by. Don't say it. And once again, I'll say it. If you have to ever proceed your conversation with another human being who's not a professional, a counselor, like a pastor or a therapist or a psychologist, whatever, and you talk to another human being, and you have to proceed your conversation with words, would you please keep this in confidence? As soon as those words come out of your mouth, your brain should start thinking, I probably shouldn't even say what I was going to say. Because people can't help themselves. They can't. Okay? And if they're not paid to know how to do it, they don't have the ability to do it, they're going to blab it to someone else. Okay? And even the paid professionals do it once in a while. And then you have to go say you're sorry. It happens. I've been a minister for 33 years. There's been a couple times like, oh, I shouldn't say. And then I have to go. And then I got egg on my face, and it's a horrible thing. And I have to go over and beyond to fix it, because that's my job as a pastor. It happened very rarely over the course of my career, but I am human. And here's the thing: when someone but if you tell someone else, they think about it. I don't know if I want to do that, because if you're telling someone something in confidence, it's probably something you don't want someone else to hear, and it's probably something that will hurt them. And it's probably something that'll provoke the bear. And everybody has a bear inside of them. Don't do that. Don't provoke them. Hopefully, you take this advice to heart. because Jesus wants you to know that. And remember, as always, that Jesus loves you. I love you, and you're absolutely awesome.